Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Matt and I like video games. And in today's video I'm going to be going over some recent Phil Spencer quotes on Bethesda Games Exclusivity. So stay tuned. So today I was reading an article by Kotaku and they were interviewing Phil Spencer and asking many relevant questions leading up to the release of the new generation of Xbox consoles. But there's only one topic that we're all here for, and that's whether or not Bethesda games will be going exclusive to the Xbox ecosystem. And lucky for us, Phil Spencer has given us a little insight into their thought process. So let's talk about it. In the interview, when asked, is it possible to recoup a $7.5 billion investment if you don't sell Elder Scrolls 6 on PlayStation? Spencer replied simply with yes. He goes on to say that this was simply an answer to the question asked, and exclusivity will be reviewed on a case-by-case basis. And you might all be asking, what does all of that mean? Well, basically Phil Spencer is really using some great PR language here. He's giving you answers while not being entirely clear, which is exactly what big companies like to do. But I feel like I have a pretty interesting way of interpreting this, and I don't think he's allowed to say 100% that these games will be coming exclusively to the Xbox ecosystem. And let me be clear, I'm saying I don't think he's allowed to say that yet. The key word being yet. You see, there's still deals in place with Sony for games like Deathloop or Ghostwire Tokyo, and I'd have to imagine that there's terms and conditions in place that prohibit Phil Spencer from directly acknowledging those games by name. And since Microsoft is choosing to honor those deals that are still in place, I don't think he can just come out and say that these games are exclusive to the Xbox ecosystem. He kind of has to use PR speak to talk his way around it. But before we continue, let's dissect that direct answer to Kotaku's question. Does Microsoft need to keep these games multi-platform in order to recoup this $7.5 billion investment? The answer to that is a definitive no. I mean, let's do some very easy math here. Game Pass is currently at 15 million subscribers and growing exponentially if the reports are to be believed. 15 million subscribers times, let's just say $10 a month as the baseline price for the Xbox Game Pass subscription. That equals $150 million a month. $150 million for all 12 months of the year is $1.8 billion. And for an example, let's just use 5 years. $1.8 billion a year for 5 years is $9 billion. This means that in just 5 years' time, Microsoft will have recouped their investment and then some just from the profits of a standard Xbox Game Pass subscription. This isn't even counting game and hardware sales, of which they will sell plenty, by the way. And actually, I've made a video covering this exact topic before. The fact of the matter is that Microsoft didn't spend $7.5 billion just to play pals with Sony. I've also stated on numerous occasions that I fully expect MMO-type games to remain multi-platform. Games like Fallout 76 and Elder Scrolls Online make total sense as multi-platform games, as they are games that thrive off of engagement, and they already have followings in the PlayStation community. But at the same time, I fully expect games like Fallout 5, Elder Scrolls 6, Doom 3, Wolfenstein 3, Dishonored 3, etc, etc. I expect all of those big games to be exclusive to the Xbox ecosystem. And what's funny is I see people throwing tantrums over the idea of this being a reality. I mean, people always clowned on Xbox for not having games, but the fact of the matter is that now they do. I even saw a guy today who said that Doom shouldn't be exclusive because Doom was around way before Xbox was even a thing. And to that, I'll say Spider-Man games existed way before PlayStation was even a thing, and yet I still gotta have a PlayStation to play the new Spider-Man games, right? So, what's your point? And I know that sounds console warish, and trust me, I'm not here for all this console war nonsense. All I'm doing is making a point. The point being is that this is how business works. Microsoft didn't back up that Brinks truck for ZeniMax not to lock these games down. If it was strictly a Game Pass deal, then they could have made it a Game Pass deal and saved probably about $7.2 billion in the process. And I've said it before and I'll say it again, this is a power play by Microsoft to show Xbox fans that they are invested in bringing them experiences that PlayStation can't offer. But what do you guys think? What are your expectations for these upcoming Bethesda games? Do you think they'll be exclusive? Leave a comment below and let me know what you guys think. Leave a like if you liked the video and please subscribe if you'd be so kind. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next video.